So, a few months back, I dropped a video where I sent back a fake pair of Air Force Ones to Nike. Man, I was freaking out during the entire thing, switching out tags and all that shit. I seriously thought sending back fakes was some next level stuff and that it'd be super complicated to get it right, but turns out it was a piece of cake.
That's too easy!
Our video didn't get Mr. Beast level views, but it got some good traction, so much so that I made that little bum Adidas want to copy our exact idea. And this dude, bro, he didn't even give a fuck. Tossed in the worst fake Air Force Ones, didn't even bother changing the tag, and boom, returned it in like 2 seconds. So we're like, do brands even give a rat's ass about returns? Or seriously, I'm almost wondering if that myth about sending a rock in the box isn't much of a myth.
What the freak?
Okay, so today we're not sending a rock, but almost. We're gonna try sending back not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 shitty fake pairs from totally different brands. Some from official sites, some from retailers, and this time, we're way less fussy about details. Buying the cheapest fakes again, not changing anything, and let's see if they all slip through or if we get busted at least once. And if nobody notices shit, dude, we got a problem.
Yo, what is up, people?
New video. This one's another messy experiment, and regardless of the results, gotta throw in this disclaimer. Don't try this at home. Seriously, it's not cool, it's illegal, and if you get caught, it could end badly for you. Just look at where Adidas ended up. If we're doing it, it's for science, to finally answer this question. And for the views, let's not kid ourselves, they ain't been breaking records.
So we don't have the capacity.
First step of the mission, buy the fakes. And here, we had to be smart about what to buy since not all pairs have fakes. It's not just Air Force One or Nike, it's more complicated. Some models are a pain to find as fakes. Certain colorways never get replicated or just sell out. So I gotta do it backwards this time. Hit up a bunch of budget rep plugs, check out their stuff, pick a few different brands, pairs that might work for the experiment, buy them and wait for the sale to go through. I tried to get all sorts of brands, man. I spent a whole damn week hunting for fake Puma pairs. No joke, they were like extinct. Even the fake factories gave up on Puma. It's nuts. So I ended up with a Vans New School for about 20 bucks, which seemed alright from what I got. A New Balance 550 for 30 looked pretty sketch, arrived with a crease on the toe box, but whatever. I'm too lazy to ask for a replacement. An Adidas Samba for 25 bucks. Pretty decent actually, and the best for last, a pair of Hoka Clifton 9. A bit pricier at almost 40 bucks, but it looks damn near perfect. At least in the pictures. Alright, step 1 done. We bought the fakes, everything went more or less as planned, just waiting to receive them. Now on to step 2, a bit simpler, but gonna cost us a bit more. Buying the real ones. Got them all from the official brand sites, except the Hoka. Got that from a big e-commerce site y'all Europeans probably know, but I'll let you guess. 2 weeks later, got both the real and fake pairs. Time to compare and see if our plan can go off without a hitch. Starting with the worst rep, the New Balance 550. Honestly, from a distance, it looks kinda similar, but kinda not when you have it in hand. All the branding elements are smaller on the fake, like the 550 or the NB on the heel. And even the sole looks narrower. The leathers and finishes are way off. The fake is obviously way cheaper looking, but if I were shitting bricks returning the fake Air Force One last year, I should be tweaking 3 times more with this goofy ass New Balance that a toddler could tell was fake. But remember, guys handling returns aren't trained to legit check every item. They get hired just to check if it's the right model and not worn. So even if the fake is crap, and it's even worse when you have both pairs in hand, I think it might still slide through. Unless some dude returns a real 550 at the same time as us, then that New Balance employee would see what's up in 2 seconds.
This is not a banger. This is not a banger. And I know bangers. I know bangers.
The second shittiest pair we got was the Adidas Samba, much better faked, and the details are more accurate than the 550. There are some color differences on the soles and the leathers, but even real ones vary depending on the production, so it's no big deal. But again, with the 550s that we just saw, when you're dealing with leather, it gets tricky with cheap fakes. Obviously, if people are already disappointed by the leather when they pay $100 for a pair of Sambas, don't expect miracles from a $25 fake. You can tell right away the fake's leather is more plastic-like, less visible grain, and shiny. Touching it, you immediately know it's fake. Probably all plastic, but the stitching is alright, no big glue stains. Let's say this rep isn't too shabby. So I'd be more confident returning this one. Moving on to the more or less well-faked Vans New School, this is simpler. The pair is all canvas, so material-wise, it's okay. So, as you guessed, the fake is the one with the label attached with a zip tie. Actually, no, you might not have at all, because the fake's pretty convincing. Main differences are in the stitching, a bit more messed up on the fake, branding elements not exactly exactly identical down to the wire and some slight color differences, especially visible on the soles. Again, this can vary in real ones from one production batch to another. The fake is far from perfect, but when you have them both in hand, you can easily tell which is real and which is fake. But I think this one could definitely pass with no problem.
Let's go, too easy, dude. Give me that crown. Boom!
Now, the best for last, the Hoka Clifton 9, the most unlikely fake of the video and yet the best replica. Why is this Hoka fake so good? No clue. Usually the rule is the more hype, the better the fake. The worst part is, from the side, the fake looks better. The real one looks like a teapot. It's hideous, also has a huge glue mark. But visually, the fake isn't perfect either. The biggest difference is in the patterns on the toe box. They're way smaller and darker, but you really need both pairs in hand to notice it. Otherwise, you wouldn't notice. And regarding the finishes, well, with this kind of shoe, there aren't really any finishes. It's just pre-assembled mesh glued to a sole with lots of plastic bits glued to more plastic, then onto a plastic sole. Honestly, both pairs look very similar at first glance. To really know if it's really a one-to-one rep, you'd have to test them over time. But we're not here for that today. We're here to scam brands. So, we've seen the fakes, you guys play along and guess in the comments which pairs will pass or not. Personally, I think the Hoka will slide through easy. Same with the Samba, a bit hesitant about the Vans, and I admit, I'm still shitting myself about the New Balance one. This shit really got me like... I sent everything back anyway, and 5 days later, I got the first email, saying... The Hoka got refunded as expected. The next day, Vans and New Balance confirmed my return, but no word from Adidas in my returned Samba. I wait a day. Then two. Start shitting bricks since they've had the package for a while. Just kidding. Took a bit longer, but they seem to not give a shit about their returns either. So literally all pairs passed without any issues. Honestly, I was really hoping we'd get busted at least once. I don't know what the hell these brands are doing. Between people pulling refund scams for years and returning counterfeit products like we tested today, the moral of the story is apparently it's Black Friday every day for scammers. With shipping included, it cost me less than $200 to buy these fakes that I easily swapped for $450 worth of authentic products. I mean, the multinationals get duped, they'll survive, but now I'm wondering, where do those scammer returns end up? We've seen alarming videos of dudes finding trashed fake Air Force Ones in Nike factories. So should we even start doubting buying from official brands? Honestly, I don't know. We need numbers to realize how widespread this scamming practice is. It's nothing new. I didn't invent it. Counterfeit returns have always been a thing. But now, the next big question we're all asking, of course, okay, it works for cheap brands manufacturing their stuff in Asia, but can the scam go further? Can we pull the same tricks with luxury brands?
That's a good question.
They say that we come like Adidas, circle your block when we do them laps. All I attack, tryna get this pig in, all I attack and the flows don't lack. He thought he was big like Max, and I pulled out the stick, tryna swing for backs.
If the band don't know K, but I still make K's from just like a sim. The Jake boys irritate my skin, can't put me in the bin, no comment, can't sing. Don't sing like six, don't snitch now.